What is up, comic fans? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark. This is Legion of Comics, and this is part 8 of my graded comic book collection. It's been a fantastic video series. I've been going through all of my slabs or graded comic books, showing them off, talking a little bit about their value and a little bit why they are in my collection. If you want to see what 10 books have made it to this video, don't go anywhere. Hit that thumbs up and let's get into it. Make sure you stay toward the end of the video. I'll tell you how to enter to win this Catwoman number 47 Nathan Zerdy 9.8 slab donated to the channel by YouTuber Headquake Jr. right here on YouTube. Fantastic guy. He's trying to hit 100 subs. Be sure to check him out. Give him a subscribe. So let's get right into it. 10 more books, chipping away at what's in the PC here. I'm excited about these 10. They might hit more for me. I actually did curate this 10, which I haven't been doing with any of the previous videos. I've just been grabbing 10 and just going with it. This one, just to make sure it wasn't just 10 of all the exact same kind of books, I just picked 5 of those, kind of 5, and then a couple books from another part of the stack. I just moved them down a little bit. But kicking it off first, we have the first magazine size slab to make it into this video series, and this is from CGC Comics, and this is before they got the new ones. And you can see from the back cover, it is a wraparound, and it's none other than John Jang's The Last Ronin, issue number 1. This was a big time collectibles exclusive. They're fantastic up there. Be sure to check them out at their website and on social media. Give them a follow. They're always doing good things. So I got this out of a John Jang mystery box. That's one of the things that big time collectibles will do from time to time. If they build up stock of covers that they've worked on, and they've done like a John Jang mystery box, a Miko Suayon mystery box, and there's different chases and different prizes, and I hit the remark prize because all of these had a slab in them. There were slabbed Last Ronins in them, and this one actually had the signed remark version. I do have this book raw. I ordered it when it came out, but to add like the Holy Grail version of it in here, that's definitely forever in my PC. I might actually send that in to get reholdered now that they have those new cases. And to keep this video being from like 1980s and 90s kid nostalgia, like I said, I changed up a few. So we're going to go ahead and check out the very first purchase I made in 2022, I think it was. January 2nd or 1st of 2022. I got this from a shop here local in Augusta called Top Dog Pawn. Fantastic shop, fantastic people. They also donated stuff to last year's Comics Curing Cancer event. Fantastic folks. If you're in the area, check them out. This is from 1988. It's got a David Michelini story, Todd McFarlane cover art, and that's pretty much what it's most known for, is this cover. It's literally the most homage cover in all of comicdom, and it's none other than Spider-Man issue number 300. And this does have the UPC there, so it's a newsstand edition. It's graded in a 7.0, and oh yeah, the value on that last one. There's a lot of yellow labels in this video. Yellow labels are hard as crap to find actual proper data on like cover price and go collect. So the asking price on those Last Ronins are insane. I'm calling it roughly about a $300 book on the low end. People are asking like $700 to $900 for some of the stuff that's in this video, and I would never pay that for it, but I wouldn't spend that on like a modern book. But this one right here, in its current grade as of today, is valued at $400 according to Cover Price website. So this one is down from the time that I bought it. Everything's kind of down from that time era, but it's definitely a blue chip book. This book's going nowhere. It's credited as the origin and first full appearance of Venom. Thing appearance, and it's the last black costume. Which I didn't realize that. I thought Web of Spider-Man number 1. That might have been the last black costume in story with Web of Spider-Man, but I don't know. The whole rollout of Venom and the symbiote suit, it's so convoluted, because Venom actually made his first appearance in 298 in an actual cameo, like in the shadows. Then in 299, he was in multiple panels talking and everything. But this one's the one that's credited as it, according to CGC and most people who haven't ever opened them. So moving on to the next book. This one I picked up from another local shop here, from Dead Media Collectibles, and I picked this one up years ago, and I got it for a very specific reason. I don't have a lot of Daredevil in my collection, but this one I really wanted to have. It's a milestone book, not necessarily for Daredevil, not necessarily for the other character, but for the creators on this. So this is cover and art by John Romita and Frank Giacola, and story by Stan Lee. Spider-Man's on the cover and makes his appearance. This is the first time John Romita Sr. ever did Spider-Man art for Marvel Comics. And that's Daredevil issue number 6. Daredevil 16. Had a little child hiccup there, had to fix it to it. But Daredevil 16, first time John Romita Sr. ever drew Spider-Man. It was pretty much a tryout for the character. Stan Lee was already looking to get him on there, and this is where he first drew Spider-Man. So that was the first time one of the most, arguably the most legendary Spider-Man artists ever drew him. And that's just a fantastic book. It's from 1966. And I had to get this one graded. I don't remember if I got it cleaned or pressed. I sent this one in myself to CBCS, and the current FMV, according to cover price on it, is $261 in a 5.5. Definitely a good grade. Gorgeous book. Absolutely love it. Next up, if Spider-Man 300 wasn't enough of a debate, I've got another one here for you. And this one's from 1999. It comes from Marvel Comics. And I sent this one to get graded myself through CGC. And I think they really did a disservice to it, because I only sent it in because it was a contender. Like it's legitimately was a contender. I flipped through it and all that stuff. I cannot imagine how it got the grade it got. It got a 9.0, but it's Chris Claremont's story, Arthur Adams and Mike Heike art, and Art Adams cover. So yeah, Fantastic Four and Ahab appearance. Gambit cameo predates Uncanny X-Men 266. Pinups by Kevin Nolan, Michael Golden. So this is not a cameo. This is the first full appearance of Gambit in comic books in X-Men Annual number 14. He doesn't only cameo. He's in 15 panels, talking part, fighting part, everything. It just came out 2 months before the book they intended. First appearance of Gambit. It's not even up for debate. It's like in story, this comes after 266, but in comics, like this goes on shelves way before then. So Marvel Comics 1990. It's funny that they don't put the date on the label like they do with everything else. They just put 1990. They don't want to put the month on there, but predates 266 by 2 months. So fantastic book to have, ridiculously affordable, and a 9.0, the current FMV is $45, which is pretty much the price of a raw one. So you might as well just grab your high grade raw copy and try your luck sending them in yourself, is what I would do. I've got numerous ones of those. I need to get some more graded and either just crack that one and send it back. I guarantee you it's not a 9.0 if I send it back. But anyways, I'm not one of those people that just scream this is the first appearance, because the 266 is more expensive and it's easy to obtain an X-Men annual. I picked up my 266 well before my annual, and I got this one from Dead Media Collectibles, and this was legit 9.8 contender. It's came back a 9.6. Chris Claremont story, same credits pretty much, but a beautiful Andy Kubert cover. And this one came out, shocker, 1990 also, August of 1990 to be exact. They put the month on this one. It says first full appearance of Gambit, Mystique appearance. It's technically just his second appearance, first cover appearance. But this one came back at 9.6 for one reason. And that's because if you look at the top of Uncanny, you can see where it was miscut at the printing process. So I've looked at CGC's website, even went back and looked at it again after this came back, and I didn't think that could cause the book to come down in a point like that. But you live and you learn. I mean, it might have just been the grader at the time, but whatever. Beautiful book, my copy. Love Gambit. He's my favorite mutant. You know what they say, annual or 266, buy both. Buy both. The current value of X-Men 266 is $244 in a 9.6 according to cover price. So the next 5 are kind of like they go together. They're very special to me. I love the artist. I love the characters. And these were a really fun chase for me. I went down and hunted these all down one by one and had fun doing it. I had a lot of help and keeping eyes out for stuff, and it took some time to do it, but I accomplished the goal. And this first one up is this is a big one. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT number 1. Now, what's special about this is it was a Scorpion Comics convention edition. So they had a standard one with one bluish background. This one has a whole rainbow light show background, and it was very limited in number compared to the standard one. And what's special about my copy is it's signed by Clayton Crane in a 9.8 in the Cranebow, because he did that beautiful, beautiful cover. Absolutely love this series. Love the art. Love the way that he draws the Rangers and the Turtles. The only downside is the Green Ranger's not on there. He is by far the best Ranger. absolutely wish they would have added him to that cover. More kids, absolutely love him. So that was a major get for sure. This next one was actually the hardest one to find out of all of them because these things sold out. This was like during like the height of the Ranger popularity with stuff. And this is just straight up Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 48. And this one as well is signed by Clayton Crane. It's a Joel's Art collectible, and it features and highlights Jason Scott, the Red Ranger, as his time through the Rangers as the red and gold. And then you have that Omega there, like just wicked cool stuff, signed by Clayton Crane in red, also in a 9.8. As you see, I'm not really focusing on the value here because value's daggum near impossible to find on these signed ones. These are kind of niche books, and then they're exclusives, and then they're signed and graded at a 9.8. So the people that want these things pretty much have them at this point. And I don't want to just put the asking price because I'm telling you, they're ridiculous. There are hundreds of dollars asking price on these things. Now, this next one, I had the pleasure to go meet Clayton Crane at a signing here locally, again at Top Dog Comics. And I took this book myself, hoping that his CGC witness would be there. And CGC witness was not there. What was there, what was available was the ability to send it in through CBCS. Now, there was a CGC witness there. I was just on a CBCS kick. So I sent this one in myself. And this is Power Rangers Draken New Dawn number 1. Again, Clayton Crane got him to sign it in gold because it bounces off Draken there, who's in like his 3rd evolved form. It was like his full power mode with his Zord behind him in a CBCS 9.8. As I've said in numerous videos, I'm not a company, more kids, but I'm literally cool with pretty much any company if it's CGC or CB. Now, the next one up is absolutely my second favorite one. Now, it's my first favorite Ranger. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 50. This one is a Scorpions Comics exclusive. It's sold out in seconds, even though it's a Power Ranger cover. Crazy, right? Sold out in seconds. This one went quick, and it's none other than the Green Ranger. And I was watching this one for a while, and it was hard to find it at a good price. And my homie over in Belgium, Bart, he was watching for him, and he spotted one for a good price, and he nabbed it. Then he hit me up and said, "Hey, bro, I got it. It's coming your way." And I just paid him back, and super duper happy to have that one. Now, it would be my favorite cover if it wouldn't be for what's coming next. So signed in green, matches perfectly. I love that he has the Zord behind him. Just amazing cover. So we have Draken with the Zord behind him, Green Ranger with the Zord behind him, all the same Ranger. It's all Tommy Oliver. And this next and last one is one of like my favorite items in my collection. Definitely so. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 40. Obviously, you know what's coming. It's featuring the White Ranger on it. This was also a Scorpions Comics exclusive, but this version of it is the convention exclusive. Again, it just changed the cover a little bit. The original one, you can see perfectly crystal clear the white Tiger Zord behind him and him exiting out of its mouth. In this one, they hazed it out, and of course, it's in a 9.8, signed by Clayton Crane, but it's also signed and remarked by none other than Jason David Frank. Boom. And he even put, "It's Morphin Time." So, dude, I scored this. People would be mad if they know what I got this for. This book goes for hundreds of dollars. And not just asking price, that double signed by Crane and Jason David Frank. And as pretty much anyone watching this knows, Jason David Frank unfortunately passed away recently. So he was a huge member of like the community. He loved what he did. He loved the community. He was at cons all the time. He would go to events, show up at shops. Fantastic individual. Impacted so many people's childhoods, much like myself and even my kids that still watch Power Rangers. So this book holds a very special place in my heart and my collection, and will never leave it. Just absolutely blown away to have this. And man, that's just very kind of sad even looking at it, knowing that he's passed away. But that's the 10 books for this one. I'm sorry I didn't have more specific values for all those signed ones toward the end, but I didn't want to tell you a lie. You know what I mean? You can look any of them up. Clayton Crane, Power Ranger covers, look them up on eBay or wherever. You'll see that they're all over the place, but ain't none of them cheap anymore. And I was kind of shocked to see that myself. But that's going to do it for this video. Appreciate you hanging in this long through the interruptions and stuff. It was definitely fun to go through these 10. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite book was, and leave the hashtag #WeAreLegion, and that will be an entry into the Catwoman 9.8 giveaway. At the end of this video series, I'll select a random video, and I'll draw one person's name out of the comment section. As long as you follow those steps, you have a chance at winning that book. So I appreciate everyone watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that join button, see if channel membership is something that's for you. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.